Stop what you are doing and give me these few minutes. Not later tonight. Not when the house is finally quiet and everything else has been handled. Now, while my voice is still reaching you, I am asking for something small, and I intend to do something large with it. You are not here by accident. This moment did not fall into your hands by chance, and it is not one of 1,000 others just like it. I moved the hours of your day so that you would be still enough to hear me at exactly this point. There is a reason your attention has not wandered off yet. Something inside you already recognizes who is speaking. Your body has been keeping a record that no one around you has read. Every long night, every morning you woke and felt no better than when you lay down. Every time you said you were fine because explaining it would have taken more strength than carrying it. I have read that record from the first page to the last. Nothing in it surprises me. Nothing in it has made me turn away from you. I know the ache that became so familiar you stopped giving it a name. I know the tiredness that rest does not touch. You have measured your strength each morning the way someone counts what is left in the bottom of a jar, quietly wondering what happens when it is gone. That is not how your story ends. I am the one who decides how it ends, and I have already decided. You have been strong. Hear that from me and do not argue with it. But you have been strong in a way that takes something from you every single day, holding up a weight that was never meant to rest on one set of shoulders. Strength like that wears down the one who carries it. I am reaching for that weight now, and I am not going to ask twice. You do not need to understand what I am doing in order to receive it. You do not need to find the right words or arrange them in the right order. I am not comparing your faith to anyone else's. I am responding to something much simpler. You stayed. You are still listening. That is enough for me to begin. I know you have hoped before. I know there were seasons when you were almost certain something was about to turn, and then the days closed over it and nothing moved. That taught you to be careful. It taught you to hold hope loosely so it would sting less when it slipped. I am not offended by your caution, my beloved. I am simply going to outlast it. So do not measure what is happening right now by what did not happen before. I am not one more promise in a long line of promises that came to nothing. I am here, in this room, in this hour, and I am moving. What you are about to feel is not a memory of the past repeating itself. It is something new entering a place that has been waiting a long time for good news. Listen closely, because this next part matters. The healing I am speaking of is not only about pain leaving. Anyone can want pain to stop. I want more than that for you. I want your strength returned. I want your rest made deep again. I want the fear that has been living quietly behind your ribs to pack up and go. Removing discomfort is a small thing. Restoring a whole person is my work. You may feel something already. A warmth, a steadiness in your breathing you did not put there. A quiet in your chest that arrived without being invited. Do not brush it aside as nothing. Do not tell yourself you imagined it. Small signs are still my signs. And I often begin in a whisper before I speak in full. There were times you felt no one understood what your days actually cost you. You carried it and kept going. And the people around you saw only the part you let them see. I saw the rest. Not from far away, not as a distant witness, but as the one standing closer to you than your own thoughts. I have never once needed you to explain yourself to me. Stay here. Every moment you remain with these words, the door opens a little wider. I am not in a hurry, and I am not going to rush this, because I do not want you to feel a flicker of relief that fades by morning. I want what I do tonight to still be standing in front of you a year from now. That kind of work takes a little time and a little trust. You have given me the trust already by staying. Now, let go of the tension you are still holding without realizing it. Your shoulders, your jaw, the tight place in your stomach that has been braced for bad news for longer than you can remember. Loosen your grip, my child. Nothing is going to fall. I want to say something plainly, because you have been spoken to in riddles for long enough. You are not being punished. What has been wearing on your body is not a bill I sent you for something you did years ago. I do not work that way, and I never have. Whoever told you otherwise, whether it was a voice from outside or the harder voice inside your own head, was wrong about me. That belief has done real damage. It made you hesitate to ask. It made you feel you had to clean yourself up before you could come close. So you waited, and while you waited, the ache stayed and the tiredness grew. Hear me clearly. There is no line to stand in. There is no worthiness to prove. I am already here, already reaching, and I have been reaching longer than you know. So let that thought go now. Let it slide off you the way a coat comes off at the end of a long day. You will not need it for what comes next where I am taking you. That weight has no use at all. Say your Amen out loud right now if you believe I am speaking to you. Now let me tell you what I am actually reaching for, because it is not only the place that hurts. Your body has been holding things that never belonged to it. Worry settles in the shoulders. Fear tightens the chest. Grief that was never spoken finds somewhere quiet to live. And it usually chooses the back, the stomach, the place at the base of your neck that aches when the day has been long. You thought these were separate problems. They are not. They are one weight wearing many faces, and I am taking hold of all of it at once. You have been bracing. That is the word for what your body has been doing for years now. Bracing for the next hard conversation, bracing for the result you did not want to hear, bracing for the moment when things would tip again, because they have tipped before. A body cannot brace forever without paying for it. I am unlocking that grip now, muscle by muscle, hour by hour. Whether or not you feel it in this exact second, breathe out, not a careful breath, a real one. Let your ribs move. You have been breathing shallowly for a long time, the way people breathe when they are trying not to be noticed. There is no danger in this room. You do not need to make yourself small in front of me. I am reaching into the tiredness first, because that is what has stolen the most from you. It is not ordinary tiredness. It does not answer to sleep. You have gone to bed early and woken up as though you never went at all, and then blamed yourself for not managing better. Stop blaming yourself. Something was draining faster than it could refill, and I am shutting off the leak. There is a kind of rest that sleep cannot give you, and that is the kind I am placing in you now. It settles beneath the muscles and beneath the thoughts. It is the rest of someone who has finally set down a heavy load in the middle of the road and discovered the ground can hold it. That rest is yours tonight, and it does not depend on how many hours you get. I know about the fear too. You have not said it plainly to anyone, but it sits with you in quiet moments and asks, what happens if this gets worse? It speaks up in the dark. It speaks up when a familiar pain shows up somewhere new. That fear has been shaping how your body responds to everything, tightening what should be loose, hurrying what should be steady. I am removing it, not covering it, removing it. Let me remind you of a woman who lived long ago. She had been unwell for 12 years. She had spent everything she had on people who promised help and gave her nothing. And she had grown worse instead of better. She did not stand up and announce herself. She came through a crowd and reached out and touched the edge of a garment, believing that even the smallest contact would be enough. And it was. Power went out and met her faith, and she was made whole in that instant. Notice what she did not do. She did not wait until she felt worthy. She did not prepare a speech. She had one thin thread of belief left, and she used it. That is all I have ever needed. You are reaching for the edge of something right now by staying here and listening. And I am already turning toward you. So do not tell me your faith is too small to work with. A seed is small. Nothing about its size limits what it becomes once it is in the ground. What matters is not how much you have, but that you put it where it can grow. And you are doing that right now by staying with my voice, instead of walking away. I am working through the parts of you that have been quietly overworking. Some areas of your body have been carrying extra for years, compensating for a weaker place beside them, and they are exhausted from the effort. I am redistributing that load. What has been straining will ease. What has been idle will strengthen. Balance is being restored where things drifted out of line long ago. I am calming the signals that have been firing without cause. The sharp sensations that came from nowhere and left you wondering. The dull discomfort that turned up every afternoon was like something on a schedule. Those signals have been shouting when they should have been silent, and I am quieting them one by one. Your body is being taught a different rhythm, a steadier one. You may feel a warmth moving somewhere. You may feel your hands relax, or your breathing slow without any effort from you. Some of you will feel very little tonight, and much more by morning. Do not judge my work by the loudness of the moment. I have done my deepest work in places where there was nothing dramatic to see at all. There is something else I am lifting, and it has nothing to do with muscle or bone. You have been carrying the people you love, their troubles, their choices, the calls that came late and left you awake afterward. You have prayed for them in words, and then kept praying for them in your body long after the words ran out. That kind of love is honest, and I do not want you to stop loving. But I want you to stop holding what was mine to hold. Set them down in front of me tonight. The ones you carry in prayer, the ones whose names you say when no one else is in the room. I am not asking you to stop caring. I am telling you that your caring was never the thing keeping them safe. Hand them over, and let your own body finally rest from the effort of worrying them into safety. And I am not finished. I am moving into the places that took the longest damage. The ones that changed so gradually you adjusted your whole life around them without noticing. You stopped doing certain things. You stopped expecting certain things. Those quiet surrenders are being reversed tonight. Lift your voice and say Amen if you are ready to receive what I am doing. There is something I have been trying to tell you for a while now, and tonight you are finally still enough to hear it. You have felt restless lately. Not the ordinary restlessness of a busy mind, but something underneath it, a sense that something was pressing in on you and would not leave you alone. You wondered if you were imagining it. You wondered if it was a worry wearing a new coat. It was neither. It was me, reaching for your attention in the middle of your ordinary days, and you kept almost turning around. I spoke in the pause before sleep. I spoke the moment you stopped in a doorway and forgot why you had come. I spoke through the strange ache of missing something you could not name. You heard me every time, even when you had no words for what you heard. You simply did not trust that it could be me, because you did not think I would go to that much trouble for one person. I did. I am doing it now, my child. I am asking you to place a portion of what you have, something of real weight, upon the altar of this work, as gold laid on the scales of this calling. Let it be a seed sown into deep water, an offering set on stone, not held back in fear. This is proof that your trust rests in my hand to provide, and that your heart no longer clings to lack. What you release in faith does not leave your life. It moves ahead of you into the harvest I am preparing. Now, let me keep speaking to you, because what I began a moment ago is still moving through you, and I do not want your attention pulled away. You have wondered more than once whether your prayers went anywhere. You said them, and then the room was quiet, and the quiet felt like an answer you did not want. So you started saying less. You kept the big things to yourself and stopped asking for the small ones. I want to correct something for you tonight. My silence was never absent. There were times I did not answer with words, because I was already answering with action, and you could not see the action yet. Think of the prophet who ran into the wilderness, worn down, certain he was the only one left. There was a great wind that broke the rocks apart, and I was not in the wind. There was a shaking of the earth, and I was not in it. There was fire, and I was not in the fire. Then came a low and gentle sound, and that is where I was. He had been waiting for something loud. I came in the quietest thing on that mountain. You have been doing the same. You have been listening for something unmistakable. A moment so large that doubt would be impossible afterward. But I rarely arrive that way. I come in the settling of your breathing. I come in the sudden absence of a fear that had been there every morning. I come in the small mercy you almost failed to notice. learn my voice at that volume, and you will hear me for the rest of your life. So stop waiting for thunder. The work I am doing with you right now is quiet on purpose. If I move the way you have been expecting, it would frighten you more than it would help you. I know exactly how much you can hold and how fast you can hold it. I am not being slow with you. I am being careful with you. Something is coming toward you. I will not describe every part of it, because if I told you the shape of it, you would start arranging your life around your idea of it, instead of receiving the real thing. But I will tell you this much. It will not look the way you pictured. It will arrive quietly, and you will recognize it by the peace that comes with it, rather than by any noise it makes. Do not go telling everyone what you feel beginning here. Not out of secrecy, but out of care. Some things need to be rooted before they are handled. There are people who love you and who would still, without meaning any harm, speak their own fear over what I am forming in you. Let it grow first. When it is strong, it will speak for itself, and no one will need your explanation. And while it grows, keep your hands open. You have spent years trying to work out every step before you took one, believing that if you understood enough, you would finally feel safe. My beloved, that has never worked. And it has cost you sleep it should not have cost. Understanding is not what makes a path safe. The one leading you is what makes it safe. I am asking you to move differently now, less gripping, less rehearsing every possible outcome in the middle of the night. What I have already set in motion does not require your effort to hold it in place. You could not have arranged it, and you cannot accidentally undo it. Your part is to walk, to trust, and to keep listening. You are going to notice things beginning to loosen. A situation that has been stuck for a long time will shift when you are not even looking at it. A conversation you dreaded will turn out easier than you feared. A door you assumed was closed for good will open a little. These are not accidents lining up in your favor. They are the ordinary way I work when a life comes into agreement with me. There is one more thing to settle before I go further. You have been quietly convinced that good things come to you late, if they come at all. You watched others move ahead, while your own road seemed to bend back on itself. You did not say it out loud because it sounded like complaining, but you thought it often, and it made you careful about wanting anything too much. I am not running behind with you. I have never once been late to anything. What looked like a closed door was often a hand across your chest, holding you back from a road that would have taken years to walk out of. You did not see what I turned you away from. One day you will, and you will be glad about the very thing that once made you ache. Stay here. I am still speaking. Let me go back to your body now, because I have not left it, and there is deeper work happening while you listen. There is a pattern in you that keeps repeating. A good stretch, then a hard week. A little strength returning. Then something knocks it down again. You have lived inside that cycle so long that you started planning around it. Bracing for the fall even in the good stretches. Never letting yourself fully believe the better days would hold. I am breaking that cycle tonight. Not pausing it, breaking it. Patterns like that have a hold on more than your body. They shape what you allow yourself to hope for. You stop making plans too far ahead. You began saying no to things you would have loved because you could not promise anyone how you would feel that day. Every one of those small surrenders was a piece of your life quietly handed over. I am taking them back, one at a time. You will start to notice it in ordinary ways. A morning where you get up without doing the usual inventory of what hurts. A stretch of hours where you simply forget to think about your body at all. That forgetting is one of my best gifts, and you have not had it in a long while. When it comes, do not question it, just live inside it. I am strengthening the parts of you that hold everything else up. The core of you, the frame that carries the rest. When that foundation is weak, every other part strains to make up the difference, and the strain shows up in places that were never the real problem. I am building strength there first, in the deep places you cannot feel from the outside, because that is where lasting restoration begins. I am steadying your rhythms, the pace of your breathing, the beat that keeps time in your chest, the flow that carries life to every corner of you. These have been running under pressure for years, hurried by worry, slowed by exhaustion, never quite settling. I am bringing them back into an even, unhurried order. The order I designed them to keep. Tonight, when you finally lie down, your sleep will be different. Not a light sleep that keeps one ear open for trouble. A deep one. The kind where the body does its own quiet repair work in the dark, and you wake with something restored that you did not have when you closed your eyes. I do some of my best work while a person sleeps. That is not a poetic thought. It is simply true, and I am strengthening the part of you that defends you. Your body has been fighting on several fronts at once, and running short. I am reinforcing what protects you, building it up from a source that has nothing to do with your effort or your willpower. You have been holding the line alone for a long time. You are not alone on it anymore. Now, hear me on something that matters just as much. I am not only restoring your body, I am restoring the person who lives in it, somewhere along the way. You became careful in a way you never used to be. You learned to expect less so that disappointment would have less to work with. That was not weakness. It was how you survived, but it is not how you are going to live from here. That careful version of you got you through, and I am grateful for the way you kept going now. I am setting that version down gently, the way you would set down a tool that finished its job. Something steadier is taking its place. Not louder, not more forceful. Steadier, the kind of strength that does not have to keep proving anything to anyone, including to you. You will feel the difference first in how you respond to things. Something will happen that would once have unsettled you for the whole day. And you will notice with some surprise that it did not take hold. There will be a pause between what happens and how you answer it. In that pause is your freedom. That pause is my work for you, and it will grow wider as time goes on. Old thoughts will still come. I am not promising you a mind that never has a difficult day, but those thoughts will lose their grip. You will begin to hear them arriving, instead of simply believing them. And the moment you can hear a thought coming, it has already lost most of its power over you. Some of what you have carried was never yours in the first place. Words spoken over you long ago by people who had no right to define you. A judgment you accepted because you were young and it came from someone you trusted. You have hauled that around for decades, believing it was simply the truth about yourself. It was not true then, and it is not true now. I am the one who says what you are, and my word on you outranks every other voice that has ever spoken. So let me say it plainly. You are mine. You are loved, without condition and without limit. Nothing you have done has changed that, and nothing you could do would change it. That is not a reward I am holding out ahead of you. It is the ground you are already standing on. Feel that settle for a moment before I go on, because everything else I do for you tonight is built on it. There is one more thing I am reaching for while you are still. You have been quietly ashamed of needing help. You were the one others leaned on, the steady one, the one who handled things, and somewhere in that role, you decided it would be a failure to be the one who needs holding. So you kept your struggle to yourself and called it strength. It was not strength, my beloved. It was loneliness with good manners. I made you to be carried as well as to carry, and refusing to be carried has cost you more than you know tonight. Stop managing. Stop planning what comes next. You have earned no rest by being useful, and you lose no worth by being still. Just be the one who is loved for a while. I will handle the rest of it. Something is moving around you as well, not only inside you, and I want you to know how to read it. Things are being rearranged in places you cannot see from where you sit. People are being moved. Situations that have been fixed in place for a long time are beginning to give. You will not witness most of this while it happens. You will only see the result and think it arrived suddenly, when in truth it has been forming for a while. So when it comes, do not spend your energy trying to work out how. You will exhaust yourself tracing the steps backward, and you will miss the part that matters. Take what I hand you. Say thank you. Keep walking. Understanding often arrives long after the blessing does, and sometimes it never arrives at all, and that has to be all right with you. You may notice small confirmations in the days ahead, a word from someone that lands with strange precision, as though it were meant for you alone. A door opening the same week, you finally stopped forcing it. A calm arriving in a situation that has never been calm. Do not call these coincidences and set them aside. They are how I speak to those who are paying attention, and you are paying attention now. I am also loosening your grip on outcomes. You have made decisions the way a person carries something fragile in both hands across a crowded room, terrified of the one wrong step that ruins everything. That fear has taken more of your peace than any hardship ever did. Most of what you feared never came, and the things that did come, you survived. Hear me, you are not holding the world together. You never were. The weight of getting everything exactly right was never assigned to you, and you picked it up on your own without noticing. I am taking it off you now, not so that you become careless, but so that you can finally move without that stone in your chest. Say amen aloud with me if your trust is in my hand tonight. Now let me tell you what will change as that weight leaves. You will make decisions faster and better. Fear has been slowing you down, making you check the same thought a dozen times and still feel unsure. When fear is gone, clarity comes quickly and quietly, and you will know what to do without needing to argue yourself into it. You will also sleep differently, because much of what has been keeping you awake was not your circumstances, but your attempt to solve them at 2 in the morning. That work is not yours. Hand it over each night as you lie down. I do not sleep, and I do not need your help through the dark hours. There is something else being restored, and it is the ability to want things again. Somewhere along the way you stopped letting yourself want, because wanting had led to disappointment, and it seemed safer to expect nothing. That protected you for a while. It also made your life smaller than I intended it to be. I am opening that back up in you carefully, so that hope stops feeling like a risk. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to imagine days that are better than these ones. That is not pride, and it is not foolishness. It is agreement with what I have already planned for you, and I would rather you agreed with me than protected yourself from me. You may feel a quiet stirring as I say this, something almost like excitement, mixed with caution. Do not talk yourself out of it. That stirring is your spirit answering before your mind has caught up. It happens that way often. The deeper part of a person always recognizes me first. Now let me speak about the ones you love, because I know they are never far from your thoughts. You have prayed for them longer than you have prayed for yourself. You have watched some of them make choices that kept you awake. You have wondered whether your prayers were doing anything at all in lives you cannot control. They are doing more than you know. Nothing you have asked me for has fallen to the ground. Some of those prayers are still working quietly in ways that will not show themselves for years. I am at work in the ones you carry in prayer, even when you see nothing changing. Their road is theirs, but your asking has not been wasted, and I have never ignored a single word of it. So keep asking and stop carrying. There is a difference between the two, and the difference is where your peace lives. Ask freely, as often as you like, about anyone you love. Then set them down in my keeping and walk away from the weight of it. That is not giving up on them. That is putting them somewhere safer than your own hands. And let me answer the question you have never asked out loud. You have wondered in your lowest moments whether you have already used up your share of my attention. Whether there is a limit to how many times one person can come back with the same trouble before I grow tired of hearing it. That question has kept you quiet when you should have been speaking to me. There is no limit. There is no ledger with your name at the top and a running count beside it. Come to me with the same thing 1,000 times if that is what you need. I do not sigh when I hear your voice. I lean toward it. That is the plain truth about how I feel when you turn toward me. And I want it settled in you before this night is finished. I am steadying you for what is ahead, not because hard things are coming, but because good things require a steady person to receive them well. Blessing lands badly on a life still braced for disaster. So I am unbracing you first. That is what tonight has been about from the beginning. Stay a while longer with me. There is more. What I am doing tonight is not going to end when my voice does. I want you to be certain of that before you get up from where you are sitting. You have known moments that lifted you and then faded by the middle of the next week. A good word, a strong feeling, and then ordinary life closed back over it, and you were where you started. That is not what this is. What I place in a person, I also guard. I am not in the habit of beginning something and leaving it half done, and I have never once walked away from work I started. So I am setting a covering over what has been restored in you. The strength returning to your body is being protected. The quiet in your mind is being held in place. The fear that left tonight will try to come back to the door, because that is what fear does, and it will find the door closed and locked and no longer answering. You will still have difficult days. I am not promising you a life without weather, but the difficult days will no longer take everything from you the way they used to. They will pass through instead of moving in. There is a difference between a hard day and a hard life, and I am putting that difference into your hands now. Let me speak about what comes next for you, because tonight was never only about relief. I did not restore your strength so that you could simply be comfortable. I restored it because there is something left for you to do, and you cannot do it while you are spending every hour just staying upright. You have wondered whether your purpose passed you by. You watched the years go by and thought whatever you were meant for must have already happened, or must have needed a younger, healthier, freer version of you. That is not how I count. I have never been limited by how much time a person has left, or how much strength they think they have. Some of the most important work I have ever done through people was done late in their lives, long after they had written themselves off. What you have been through is not the disqualification you assumed it was. It is the very thing that will let you speak to someone who is where you have been. You know that ground. You know what helps and what only sounds like it helps. There is someone who will need what you carry, not a crowd, a person, or a few. You will recognize the moment when it comes, because you will feel the pull of something familiar, and you will know what to say without having to prepare it. That is part of why I am putting you back on your feet. So do not shrink from this. You do not need to become impressive first. You do not need to have every question answered or every wound completely closed. I use ordinary people in the middle of ordinary lives, and I always have. The only qualification I have ever asked for is a willing heart, and yours has been willing for a long time. I want you to notice something about how you feel right now, compared to when you first began listening. Your breathing has changed. Your shoulders have dropped. The knot you were carrying somewhere behind your ribs has loosened, even if only a little. You did not do that on purpose. That is my hand working while you are paying attention to my words instead of to yourself. That is usually how it goes. The healing happens while you are looking somewhere else. You will find that again in the days ahead. You will be in the middle of an ordinary afternoon and suddenly realize something that always hurt did not hurt today. And you will not be able to say when it stopped. Do not go looking for the exact hour it changed. Simply receive it. Let me also settle something about the days you were not proud of. There are memories you would rather I did not bring up, and you have quietly assumed they cost you something with me. Choices you made when you were hurting, words you said that you cannot take back, seasons when you turned away and stayed away. I have already dealt with all of it. Not overlooked, not excused, but dealt with completely, and it is not standing between us. You have been holding on to a debt that was settled long before you started worrying about it. Put it down. It has no claim on you, and it has no place in what comes next. The version of yourself you have been apologizing for does not exist anymore. I do not see you through what you did at your worst. I see you as you are right now, listening, willing, being made new while you sit still. That is the person I am speaking to, and that is the person I am sending forward. You may feel something like relief moving through you. Let it move. It has been waiting a long time for permission. Some of what you feel tonight will not have words attached to it, and it does not need them. Not everything I do has to be explained to be real. Stay with me. There is one more thing I want to place in you before this is finished. The last thing I want to place in you is not strength, and it is not healing. It is a certainty. Not certainty about what happens next, but certainty about who is with you while it happens. You have spent a great deal of your life trying to feel sure. Sure about the outcome. Sure about the road. Sure that the ground would hold before you put your weight on it. And every time you got close to that feeling, something moved, and you had to start again. That kind of certainty was never available to you, and chasing it has cost you years of peace. The certainty I am giving you is different. It does not depend on knowing the road. It rests on knowing that I am on it with you, and that I do not leave. You can walk into a day with no idea how it will end and still be entirely at peace, because your steadiness was never supposed to come from the day. It was supposed to come from me. That is what changes now. You will still face things you cannot predict, but there will be a floor beneath you that was not there before. When bad news comes, you will feel it, and then you will find that you are still standing. When a season turns difficult, you will not spiral the way you used to. Something in you will hold, and you will not be able to explain it. And it will be me. Take what I have given you tonight into your ordinary days. Take it into the morning, into the quiet hours, into the moments when no one is watching. And it would be easy to slip back into the old braced way of living. Do not go back. That house has been emptied. There is nothing left in it for you. Speak to me often. Not in a special language, not only when things are falling apart. Talk to me the way you would talk to someone sitting beside you, because that is nearer to the truth than any formal words could be. I am not far off, and I am not difficult to reach. And when you wonder later whether tonight was real, remember this: you will know it was real by what stays. Feelings pass. Moments pass. But what I have built in you will still be there next month and next year, and you will look back on this night as a place where something turned. You are going to feel it in small ways at first. A little more strength in the morning, a little less fear when a familiar ache returns, a steadiness in a moment that would have shaken you before. Then one day you will realize the change is not small anymore, and you will not be able to point to when it grew, only that it did. I want to leave you with this. You are not carrying your life alone. You never were. Even in the years when it certainly felt that way, there were moments you thought you were holding everything together by yourself, and you were not. I was holding it, and I was holding you, and I will still be holding both long after tonight has passed. So rest now. Let your body finish receiving what I have begun. Let your mind stop working through what has already been settled. There is nothing left for you to solve in this moment. The work is mine, and it is going well. Tomorrow you will get up and go about your day, and the day may look much like the ones before it. But you will not be the same person walking through it. Something has been repaired. Something has been strengthened. Something that was quietly closing has opened again, and it will stay open. There is one habit I want you to break, and it is the habit of waiting for the other shoe to drop. When good things begin to come, something in you will brace and start scanning for the catch. You learned that from years when good news often had a cost attached. I have no catch. What I give freely, and there is no bill arriving behind it. So when the first good thing comes, receive it fully. Do not hold part of yourself back, in case it does not last. Do not thank me quietly, and then wait to see whether it holds. Enjoy it out loud. Let yourself be glad without hedging. That gladness is not naive, it is trust, and it pleases me more than any careful gratitude ever could. Do not be afraid of what is ahead. I have already been there. I have already made a way through the part that worries you most. When you reach it, you will find a provision waiting that you did not put there, and you will know exactly who set it out. My child, we have walked a long road together, longer than you remember. There were stretches when you did not know I was beside you, and I was there anyway. There will be more road ahead, and I will be on that too. Nothing ends here. Everything simply gets steadier. Go gently with yourself in the coming days. Do not measure your progress against anyone else's, and do not rush what I am unfolding at exactly the right pace. Some things will change quickly. Others will take their time. Both are my work, and both are good. You are loved. You are held. You are being made whole. Let those three things be the last thing in your mind before you sleep tonight, and the first thing when you wake. I am not going anywhere. This is not the end of what I am doing to you, only the end of what I am saying tonight. Carry it with you. Live from it. Let it change how you meet in the morning. And now, before I go quiet, give me one word from your own mouth. Let your final amen rise now, and let it be the beginning of everything I have promised you. Before you go, hear one last thing from me. The morning will come, and it will look ordinary. The same room, the same hour, the same first thoughts arriving before you have had a chance to choose them. Do not let that fool you into thinking nothing happened here. My work does not need a change of scenery to be real. You will be tempted to check yourself, to test whether it held, to press on the old place and see if it still hurts. Stop doing that. A wound left alone heals faster than one that is opened every hour to be inspected. Trust what I have done, and let it settle without your supervision. And when the day is hard, come straight back to me. Not after you have tried everything else. Not once you have run out of your own strength again. First, that is the change I most want in you, and it will save you more grief than any other thing I could give. I have said what I came to say. What is left now is not talking, but living, and you are ready for it in a way you were not when this began. Walk out into your days lighter than you walked into this hour. Speak your Amen once more, and let it seal every word I have spoken over you tonight. God bless you.